Good morning. Welcome to the Heart of Longmont. My name is Trisha Groffelman. I'm the Mission and Ministry Coordinator here. I am so glad that you've chosen to worship with us today. We know that there's a lot of different ways that you can spend your Sunday morning, so we're glad you're here with us today. One of the things that we were talking about in our adult Sunday school today, we did a podcast called For the Love of Being Seen and Heard. And we talked about disabled people. And I wanted to share one of the quotes from Jen Hatmaker, who was the podcast host. And she said, "When I look outside of a tree and I see a tree that is crooked, it makes it that much more beautiful to me. Its imperfections are what make it beautiful." I do hope that when you guys see people who look different than you, that they look not so perfect, that you still see God.
God, turn it around. God, turn it around. God, turn it around. 'Cause all of my hope is in the name of Jesus. Breakthrough will come in the name of Jesus.
That is part of our sort of vernacular, if you will, that we're going to run away and join the circus. And so it's this idea, though, that when you're really low, when you don't find meaning, purpose, belonging, and maybe your own family, if you will, that there is this group of people who will accept you and love you and care for you and become family. The reality is we have been casting people aside since the beginning of time, since humanity became humanity, and it's no different in our story of faith. Imagine hearing and seeing the word wanted on that poster or in his mouth when he was with them and spoke them. Imagine hearing that word for the first time when you've been told your whole life that you're a throwaway, you don't fit, you don't belong. See, this was Jesus. It didn't matter what Leviticus said. Jesus went out of his way to find the people who were said to be unclean, castaways, not beautiful, misfits. In fact, if you read the gospel, most of the time, that is who Jesus spends his time with. And this is what Jesus' ministry was focused on. His closest companions were sinners and tax collectors, and Jesus saw the imperfect differently than the world did. Jesus saw them as siblings of God. Or has the world gotten you so down where you just are cynical and you believe it's just the way it is? Or can you believe that every single person has sacred worth and others different than you and me have sacred worth, and you realize that your life matters and has purpose and meaning? See, that's the beauty of a life of faith, of a community of faith, of this circus that B.T. Barnum gathered together.
When the sharpest words want to cut me down, put a sand of blood comes round my mouth. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
And really, do you know what the church is? God's circus of crazy misfits, of imperfection. Arden's like, speak for yourself, please. And see, you're not the audience, you're the act. So I'm going to invite you to join in the kingdom party. So go knowing that this God of relentless love, this God who calls you by name, travels the road with you, the ups, the downs, the in-between. You are beloved. Go in peace and love this morning.